Hello, good morning everyone. I hope you have a nice Monday morning and you had a lovely weekend as well. And if you're going to work, then just good luck, guys. Have a nice day. If you're still staying at home and resting, just go for it. Definitely you deserve to rest. And if you are at the gym and you're still listening me, that's even better. At least I can pump you with my nice music. But yeah, I hope you got a lovely morning. And as usual, you can hear the Mindatory show with me, Shandor. And I brought some topics. Also, I was thinking because I was missed out last Monday. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I'm here and I'm back. And and actually, I was thinking that like we gonna go a little bit like wide because I was thinking not to talk about like I brought some topics, but also I wanna talk about some things what. But guys, like when I'm walking around and just and just basically I was thinking and making thoughts about things and just I want to highlight like what is going on around, what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking that, and yeah, definitely feel free to comment and debate with me and give me your thoughts because you can write me and definitely I gonna interact with you, and also you can write me on the lovethebeatradio.co.uk. But first I was thinking that like let's start with the topic. Let's bring some nice facts about animals. What do you think, guys? I mean, like, I definitely like to and I love to talk about animals. I think they are really important part of the nature, as we humans, as the plants, as all the bacteria, as all the viruses, all the fungi, everything what is on the earth is important to be in here because that actually created this lovely balanced environment where we can live. So yeah, I was thinking that like let's talk about a little bit animals and some nice facts about them. I brought you four animals to be honest, and the first I'm gonna talk about the octopuses. So basically, octopuses, as we know, I already talk about a little bit, but uh, not just they are smart, as you know from my previous radio show, but also they can regrow their limbs. So basically, the octopus's regenerative abilities extend to their nervous system, and it's actually allowing them to recover lost functions in regenerated limbs, which is like again, it's a pretty cool fact. Not just they are super flexible and they actually have a really good cognitive uh, abilities, but they can regrow like perfectly their limbs, which is quite good. And basically the regeneration in octopuses is a complex process because it involves stem cells and complex genetic signaling pathway. So it's everything all about its mind, which is like pretty interesting, I believe, because I'm talking about also about our mindset and how effective is our mind, our thoughts, and literally it shows that like not we only humans could achieve this level, but actually some animals as well, maybe all the animals. There's still like a lot to learn about them, to be honest, because I don't think we quite understand the animals. We just actually still researching on the surface, but I'm super sure that every animal is more complex what we have about in their knowledge. And yeah, so basically the octopus could as well reach that state with their mind that like could think to regrow its limbs, because yeah, it's a complex genetic signaling pathway which actually connected together in that way, in a long evolution way, of course, but it connected together that actually with the mind they can regenerate their limbs. And while the regeneration is relatively common in the animal kingdom, you see, I told you, the degree to which octopuses can regenerate is remarkable. So they like, for example, lizards can lose their tails and they can regenerate as well, but actually it's not that efficient as the octopuses can regenerate their limbs. So if the second time the lizard gonna lose their tail, maybe it's not gonna grow back at all. So it's pretty interesting as well. Um, so this adaptation helps octopuses recover from injuries or escape from predators that might attempt to capture their limbs. So yeah, so it's like pretty similar, and one is in the water and another on the surface in the terrestrial part. That actually that's why they gonna regrow their limbs, because sometimes there is in predators and probably they could run away with by missing some limbs, but they know that they can grow back. Probably they not really enjoying this thing. I don't know if humans would have these abilities, would we like use it in a way like these days, literally everything that like for our own good benefits, or like we would think about twice that like when we would use this ability to regrow limbs or hands, because yeah, people tend to like to use their stuff. uh, so just let's see, there are some comments. No, not really. But you can, guys, definitely, as I told you, you can write me and join into the topic, and then we can talk about, because this is actually the interactive show. And also I'm soon getting to the 10th show, which is gonna be next week. I'm super excited. I'm trying to bring for you some really good show. Hopefully you guys gonna like it. But yeah, pretty soon I did my 10th show, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I definitely cover a lot of stuff all around, but still a lot to learn, guys. I'm learning with you through, I'm telling you that what I learn. And to be honest, like, it's good to think one or twice through what I am saying, because there's all these things. What I'm saying is actually a lot of research, a lot of scientific proof. There is nothing involved through the social media or through just like Google searching. Uh, it's a proper reading through books, through reports and everything, and that's what I'm telling to you. I'm trying to like boost up and make it a bit simpler, because yeah, scientists tend to write a bit like too long until they bring they're gonna take it out what is the result. But actually this is the meaning as well, because they need to talk about the like how they found this result. So they went point by point. So not like let's say a false belief where you heard from someone to heard from someone to heard from someone, and then that you think that that is the truth, because that's not really the truth. That's just a belief, maybe right, maybe wrong, but that's not what is going on this show. So that's why I'm saying that anytime you can debate with me. Anytime you can bring up your thoughts, and anytime you can write me that what do you think about the topics, because this is all about to learn from each other and be mindful, and also respect around us, the living beings, because not just about humans. So yeah. So also the regro process, just to go back to, because I like to go out from the topics, but I think that's fine because everything is connecting with everything. I can tell you like one topic without to jumping into the another one, because I think then you're gonna understand better that what I was thinking and what I'm saying about it. So yeah, so the regrowth process in octopuses can take several weeks or even months, depending on factors like age and overall health. So that's why I'm saying that like probably they don't enjoy really to regrow their limbs, but just if they must. And the ability to regrow limbs highlights the unique regenerative potential. Also, just bring it up that maybe there are some scientists. I'm not that part of the scientist, but to be honest, a lot of scientists think that like if they can see that octopuses can regrow their limbs, so then they're gonna. I mean, they do already, and this is the sad things that like they doing a lot of trials on octopuses and surgeries and all bad things, which actually just killing their octopuses to find that how they regrow their limbs, so therefore we can use our humans. And I don't understand that why we need to force something when is we humans didn't get it. We don't have to force it. We don't have to research about it and put it in our body, because this is not how we naturally evolve. So it's not gonna work anyway. And even it's gonna work, there is gonna be a lot of side effects. And this is the things that the scientists not really think about side effects. They just want their fame or some like money. I don't know. But yeah, I'm asking all the people, all the scientists that like we don't have to use octopuses to make our life better, because we evolve as a human and we should live as a human. We should highlight those facts, what is about humans, and use it not to search in on animals different uh, abilities, and that put it into the human body. Like that's just like, I feel it's too much. We don't need that. And yeah, so I'm just highlighting that even if they got a pretty good uh, abilities to regrow their limbs, we shouldn't do research on them to find out to how to regrow our body part. So yeah, just please leave the octopuses alone. Thank you very much. The chameleons gonna be the next animal. Actually, that's why I brought them, and probably most of you know already this fact that like actually the chameleons eyes move independently. Yeah, probably it's you are pretty familiar how chameleons looks like, and also probably you feel interesting as well these animals because they can move their eyes independently, which like when I was younger I always tried to imitate the things, but of course as a human species I can't do that, but a chameleon can do it, and that's fine. And so basically the chameleons independently moving eyes grant them nearly panoramic vision without having to turn their heads, which is super cool, that literally the each eye is equipped with a turret-like structure that can rotate and focus independently. And this adaptation is helpful for detecting both prey and predators in their arboreal habitats at the same time. So yeah, as we know, that's what I'm saying, arboreal, because actually they're living in a really high area, so they usually live on when is like on trees and higher areas on the trees, and there like can be predators such as any carnivore bird, and also a lot of prey as well for them, and basically they can eat during when they defense basically. So it's a pretty cool thing. uh, and also chameleons can use one eye to scan for potential threats while simultaneously focusing the other on the prey. The ability to look into a direction at once and change their survival in dense vegetation where danger can approach from various angles. So yeah, this is as well an adaptation. So basically chameleons through history evolved like this way, and then they actually, I mean, like, it's a pretty good natural adaptation. I mean, the natural selection not really could find a little problem about it, because okay, you moving a bit slow, but you can still like literally check both way. You can see 360 all around, like without moving your head, or even if you're moving. So that's actually super cool. And but yeah, that's as well should just key for the chameleons, because they are able to do that, we don't, and that's it. And the unique high moment is an evidence to the specialized adaptation that different species develop to thrive in their environment. Exactly. Okay, the next animal is actually probably a lot of people familiar with that. Maybe you are allergic for that animal. It is a pet, and yeah, it's the cat. So basically, cats have a unique purring frequency, which means that the typical purring frequency for the most domestic cats falls within the range of 25 to 150 hertz, which is like, it's a wild purring frequency. It's a wide frequency, to be honest. And there are actually, the scientists found out that each frequency has a different uh, things why they're using that. So the cats often purr at the frequency of 25 to 50 hertz when they are content and relaxed. So this is the most common purring frequency you will hear when a cat is cuddling or resting. So when they are not too loud purrs, they are chilled and they like what you do with them. So probably they feel in comfort, and that's actually a good thing. So literally, like through purring, you already can find out that is your cat feeling well, the well-being are good, or feeling stressed, or maybe you need to change something uh, with your behavior or their behavior to find a different way. But there is another frequency range, which is a slightly higher frequencies. These are around 50 to 75 hertz. And when they are injured or unwell, usually then they are purring a bit stronger. Some scientists believe that these frequencies can have a healing effect as well on the cat's body and may help with self-soothing as well. So actually, if we think that basically cats can heal themselves if they feel that like it's not over through their abilities. Uh, and yeah, but actually if we think about like in that way, like it's everything is about frequencies, and cats they are really know, which I feel is really smart from them to found out this through the evolution, that actually purring has like these things what they can do with their body. and it's pretty cool. But there is one thing where what is if you heard those range of purring, then definitely your cat's in pain or distress, and that's actually really strong. It's like between 100 to 150 hertz, and then it's like literally really loud, and you can feel that like when they are purring on that way, because yeah, it's loud. And these higher frequencies might be a sign that the cat is trying to comfort itself in a stressful situation. If everything gonna be fine and the stress gone, then they're gonna chill down. But if not, then probably there is something in the environment what they don't really like. And if you want your pet to be uh, happy with their environment, then definitely need to check the signs that like where it's come from. The research suggests that purring may release endorphins and providing pain relief and calming effects on them. Kittens instinctively purr to communicate with their mothers, so these are signaling that basically they tell the mother that they are safe and content. The exact mechanism behind the healing process of purring is like still like investing, like scientific, they need more research definitely to find out that like how this healing coming and how they releasing their endorphin, which is that as well, not 100% sure that like actually what is coming there, their pain and relief. And so right now, because I told this, so then you can now recognize how is your cat when purring. If it's purr nice and smooth, chill, then definitely it feels good itself. So definitely you're doing a good job as a pet owner. But if it's like really loud and strongly purring, then definitely there is something not right in the environment. Maybe not with you, but maybe with the cat, or maybe yeah, something is not in that way. What? Because actually cats really sensitive. Also, they can feel the electricities in the air, so they actually really easily can take electrons from the air and feel on their fur, which is pretty cool that as well. Literally, the cats like live with electricity as well. And then, as we talk about cats, let's not forget the dogs as well. But these not type of dogs what you think is not your pet dogs, is it's a prairie dogs, which have actually a complex language. And as we know, we humans tend to say that we are, that's why better, let's say that word I'm not using, but that's usually people say that that's why we are better, because we can communicate, we have a language. And it's actually more and more research through animals is actually discerning this image, because there are various animals who they can talk with each other, and they also have a complex language. Maybe we don't understand, of course, but animals as well don't understand our language, and that's nothing wrong with that. And basically, these dogs communication system includes different alarm calls, each with a specific meaning. Like they use basically a different alarm calls when they see, let's say, from aerial predators like hawks, and also they use a different alarm calls when they see a terrestrial predators like coyotes. And so basically this helps the colony to react in a appropriate way. So if uh, coming from the air, then they know that like these dogs need to hide under the ground, and if it's coming from the ground, then basically they first need to check that where it's coming from actually the predators to know where they run. And researchers have found evidence that these dogs can communicate detailed information about the predator size, the shape, and also their colors, which is like more than a little easy call. So even if like let's say you are not too familiar their language, these dogs language, probably you're gonna feel that it sounds all the same, but actually it's definitely they even use a different call for the size, for the shape, and for the colors as well. So that's actually pretty amazing. And basically, because they communicate these threat informations, they help the colonists coordinate the defensive responses. These languages are actually essential for their survival because they are living in an open grassland where predators can appear suddenly anywhere. And actually, these communications has provided valuable insight into animal cognition and language. So yeah, as I said, there as well another proof that not we humans the only animal who can have a language. So yeah, these was the four animal what I was thinking to bring for you, and I hope you really like these fun facts. I mean, not really fun facts, but also fun facts, because I think it's not every day you're talking about these animals and their abilities, that actually what they can do in their daily life. And this actually can highlight that like we humans as well, and there is animals part of like in a big family where they have all a different abilities to live and survive their daily life, and also have a meaningful life as well, to just in a different way. And that's how need to be respected, because these animals respect each other abilities, and we should respect as well other species abilities. So yeah, after I was thinking let's go a little break and bring for you two musics. So the first one I was thinking from the Imagine Dragons on Top of the World, and the second from Chronix, the Here Comes the Trouble. After these two musics, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bring for you the next topic. So yeah, have a nice Monday morning, and I'm gonna come back soon. All right, I'm back. Hope you like the musics and boost up your mood in the Monday morning. Uh, so before I'm gonna start the second topic today, I'm just saying that like guys, feel free to follow and interact with me outside from the radio as well. You can do it on TikTok or also on Instagram. If you want to find me on TikTok, then you need to write at Mindatory underscore official, or if you're on Instagram, then you just need to write at J. You need to write two times underscore Shandor, Sandor. And also, let's not forget you guys to follow as well the radio, and you can do it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And basically, you just need to write everywhere at Love the Beat Radio. But don't forget, guys, that the is not TAG, it's DA. So yeah, you can follow guys as well and interact from outside the show if you want. Okay, so the second topic what I was thinking to bring for you, it's quite new for me as well, to be honest, because I mean I'm still researching and learning every day more and more things about it, because I think it's pretty interesting and very mystic, I would say. And this is the quantum physics, and basically like I think we should have a more knowledge as in our daily life as well, what is the quantum physics and why it's happening in that way, what we are doing and why we are doing in that way. It's like basically all these little let's say, movements what you don't even realize because you're doing in daily and every day and by habits and all this stuff, but actually it's everything coming from like literally from the smallest particles which is keep together this three-dimension reality, because there are more dimensions than three. I'm just telling you, everyone, that right now the known dimension is 11 dimensions, so we can go up until that. And this all because they know more and more things about quantum physics, and therefore I was thinking to learn more me too about it, because I think it's pretty important to find how we humans should live on this earth and find our natural way back, and not to try just go apart from the nature and try everything build up in an artificial way and then fight with the nature that which idea is better, let's say. But as we always know, I mean, like, I'm definitely know that the nature gonna wins anyway. That always wins because it's better than artificial all the time. And rather do everything just to do in alternatives, we just need to know how actually quantum physics works, so therefore we can be more reliable that like what is our behavior and our actions, how gonna affect like true histories basically, because everything what you saw, that's gonna create a big wave soon or later. So yeah, the quantum physics, just a little introduction, that basically also known as a quantum mechanism, and is a branch of physics that describe the behavior of matter and energy at the smallest scale. So like even you need to think that probably most of you know that what is atoms and what atoms in the atoms in, so the neutrons, electrons and the protons, and actually basically says that these ones you can even break downer and downer particles, which like still is, I mean, not visible right now for the human eye, but it's definitely there, because it's still those electrons, protons and neutrons need to build up something, and therefore a lot of scientists say that like there is even a smaller matter and energy in there. um, and basically you can call this the subatomic particles. It is a fundamental theory of nature that has revolutionized our understanding of the physical world. As I said, there are many things what actually we can, thanks to quantum physics, to started to learn about it and started to dig up uh, answers that why it's happening in this physical world, these things like such as gravitation, which is anyway still right now at this moment people don't know what is exactly gravitation, because actually gravitation, there is a new paper what I read that actually gravitation is not just pulling but pushing as well, so it's actually doing the both force at the same time, but it's up to how close you are the center of the, let's say now, the planet or moon, and then it's gonna decide that actually gonna push you away or gonna uh, pull in. So it's pretty interesting, and still don't know right now that what is gravitation exactly, but this is, if we're gonna learn more about quantum physics, probably gonna find the answer for that as well. Several key concepts within quantum physics, such as the entanglement and the superposition, uh, basically these have been explored in relation to nature and even the field of quantum biology. And basically, in this topic, I'm gonna talk about that, like what are each of the key concepts, and I'm gonna talk about a little bit uh, research paper, and then I'm gonna tell you that like why it's connected to the nature to understand like what is going on around us. And probably this is gonna go into the next hour in my show, but that's fine. At least you're gonna keep it. Maybe you're gonna find the whole answers about quantum physics and why it's actually connected the nature and to us and to everything. And basically, I mean, quantum physics, I would say, is the glue for all the matters what is now built up around us, and also as we build it up ourselves. So yeah, the first one, then the entanglement, what I want to talk about it, is one of the most mystifying and fundamental aspect of quantum physics, because actually it occurs when two or more particles become correlated in such a way that the state of one particle is independent on the state of the another, even if they are not too close to each other. They're literally like, if it's like, let's say, just think about that, you would have a twin, and basically your twin is in the further from you, and actually you can still feel each other and move together and actually also swap places, like without like in a seconds, I mean less than a second, like you literally would travel with the light speed of light. So basically this is what is the entanglement mean. If we going down in a simple uh, way, that basically you need to think that you have a twin, and basically you both like independently moving around but also you guys feel each other. And also when it's somebody moving in that way, then the another one gonna move in the other way or together. And also you can switch any times, like places, like really quickly. And the phenomenon has led some research to propose connection between quantum entanglement and nature. And basically one of the research paper, which is called Spooky Action at a Distance, and this is from Einstein, of course, but also there's Podolsky and Rosen, and they wrote this in 1935. Uh, so basically, they discussed the concept of entanglement, which basically Einstein famously also referred that the spooky action at the distance. So that's why they give them the study name as well, because Einstein continuously talk about. And basically, they study through this paper, and there are more recent researches has been conducted, the reinforcing that non-local properties of entanglement particles. So basically they not just talk about theoretically, but also in new researches found that it's actually real. So Elaine Aspect realized that like for real there are non-local properties and particles all around us basically, and they doing and behaving in that way what actually theoretically Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen talk about it in those days. And basically this is connecting in a way to nature that basically some scientists have speculated that entanglement might play a role in a phenomenon such as the bird migration and navigation. So basically, for example, the bird are known to navigate using Earth magnetic field, and basically the idea that entangled particles could be uh, involved in sensing and responding to the environment, and therefore they find Q, and basically this how connected nature that actually those particles, those small and but they still by the bird beaks can pick it up, that they know and sensing it, that where they need to go. And actually in a quantum physics, that uh, what they sensing they also responding it back to to that magnetic field, let's say, that like, yes, I'm coming. So basically there are back and forth communication in the quantum physics. So right now, let's say I'm touching the table and I'm sensing the table, but actually also responding the table that I'm touching that table, if it makes sense. Hopefully it does, which is actually pretty like mind-blowing, these concepts what I'm talking about. And therefore there's always going back and forth. That's why is the another term that like action and reaction, because there is not one from the another. So these are all entanglement, that basically these particles or these ways is also creating both way the responding and sensing, and actually that both particles doing the same together at the same time, which is, yeah, it's mind-blowing, as I say. Okay, so the second big one is the superposition. So basically the superposition is another key quantum concept where particles can exist in a multiple state uh, simultaneously until observed. So which means that the the particles can live anywhere, can be anywhere in the universe, let's say, until it's not observed by, let's say, eye, because then 100%, because the eyes get the sensory and also the feedback and the response that like, yeah, I can see, let's say, my keyboard. But if I wouldn't see that keyboard in front of me, then basically that could be anywhere because I don't know where it is. So that what this means, the superposition. So until you're not observing something, they could be anywhere. There is possibility to be anywhere because it's not there where actually you want to be. And basically there is a research paper was talking about this concept, and it's called the quantum coherent energy transfer in cryptophyte light harvesting antenna proteins, and by Engel in 2007. And basically they discussed there the evidence of this, the superposition in photosynthetic complexes, which is pretty amazing. And also, I just wanted to bring another example that the another theoretical scientists say that also think that there is a cat in a box, but until you don't see that cat in a box, it can be anywhere. And as you open that box and there's a cat, then basically it shouldn't be anywhere else, just in the box. Yeah, let's go back. So basically, this research found out the photosynthesis complexes in the superposition, and basically this actually connect to the nature because photosynthesis is actually really important, uh, like literally or in everything to live and survive on the earth as we are, because photosynthesis give food and also give oxygen and many more things by photosynthesis, creating the plants to we living beings survive on this earth. And so basically recent studies have suggested that quantum coherence and superposition may enhance the efficiency of energy transfer in the photosynthetic organism. So which means that there is like different levels to transfer their energy, and it's up to the wavelengths that like how long and how bended to basically fasten up the process in the photosynthesis. And before I'm gonna tell you the last point, then as I told you, you need to wait after 11 because soon gonna be 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna give you one music, And when I'm coming back, then I'm gonna finish this topic as well. And this music, what I'm gonna play for you now, it's the James Hype and Kelly Lake, More Than Friends. And yeah, I'm gonna come back in a bit. Until then, take care. Right, and I'm back up after this small advertisement. It's 5 past 11, and you're listening the Mindatory show with Shandor. Hopefully, you have a lovely morning, and then you had also a nice weekend, and hopefully you listen through the first hour with me, because actually now I'm gonna finish the quantum physics topic, which I think is pretty interesting, and definitely I would like to do more and more research in the future and bring more topic about that to together we can little bit open layer by layer this quite good knowledge what quantum physics would give us. And so basically the third, what is really important in quantum physics is the quantum biology. And basically, this field explores the role of quantum physics in biological system. So basically, it seeks to understand how quantum phenomena might be utilized by living organisms. And one really good research paper, The Quantum Effect in Biological System by Mohan Sani, 2014 he wrote, so it's like quite like, let's say, recent, 9 years old, but quantum physics as well is a recent science, so there is still a lot to learn, and still there is a lot of new things to discover. And basically in this research, the reviewing of the quantum effect in biological system, highlighting the potential relevance of quantum mechanism, and basically this give an understanding like photosynthesis, enzyme reactions, and many more things. If you're really interested for that, then basically you can read this. So it's quantum effect in biological system, Monsani, 2014. And basically, I mean, this quantum biology definitely, as it's in the name as well, biology, so it's connected pretty strongly to the nature. And basically it's a phenomena which is like including efficient transfer of electrons and energy in photosynthetic complex. So as you can see, it's really closely connected to the superposition as well, especially in the photosynthesis, but also in quantum biology, like they checking everything, like what can happen in the smallest uh, particles in a biology. And basically, therefore, not just it's about photosynthetic complexes, but also enzyme catalyzed reactions and how it can be optimized. And also some researchers have suggested that quantum effect could play a role in a human cognition and consciousness as well, which I think it's pretty. I mean, like in that part as well, I feel that like as we're gonna know more about quantum physics, then basically our cognition and consciousness gonna find the clarity, let's say, and we're not gonna feel that confused what we are these days right now, when we are uh, uh, like those type of material desires to achieve, which is actually in the quantum physics like literally not even exist, let's say. And as we're gonna find out like what is the real desire for our human species, and what is our real nature wants, that can take to our higher consciousness and better cognition as well. So then we're not gonna stand up like things like this is what is going on, that always be tearing apart like one party to the another party, and then we are like just arguing and uh, debating about things which is like shouldn't be important things to argue about it, because it makes no sense. But that's fine, because I think we shouldn't argue things like uh, drive car or don't drive car. Definitely, if you are consciously leveled up in that way, you know that as you sit in the car and switch on the engine, then you're doing something bad for the environment. You actually changing the chemicals, because it's everything all about chemicals. And if you add something to the another thing, there's gonna be a third thing, and you can't deny that. So there is nothing about to argue. And this actually quantum physics would tell you that chemical reactions are real, and if you do something bad, then it's gonna happen. So, in summary, the connection between quantum physics and nature, as explored in quantum biology, is a fascinating area of research. Entanglement and superposition, two fundamental concepts in quantum mechanics, have raised intriguing possibilities about their role in natural processes. While there is still much to be understood, research in this field continues to expand our knowledge of deep and mysterious connection between the quantum world and the biological world. So hopefully enjoy this little introduction about quantum physics. Definitely I'm gonna talk about more, such as time, which there is no time. Sorry guys, but time it doesn't exist, because you need to live in the present. If you think about the past or the future, those things is like not in your area right now, so it makes no sense to think about those things. But definitely I'm gonna talk about more. And let's go again a little break, and I'm gonna play for you two musics. uh, the first is gonna be from Kygo and Whitney Houston, Higher Love, and the second from Shaggy and OMI, Seasons. So I'm gonna come back in a bit. Alright, and I'm back. Hopefully you like this two music what I play for you. And basically after these two topics what I brought for you about animals and quantum physics, hopefully you really like it. But now, because we warm up and we already went through a little bit the music, probably you guys wake up as well, so your cognition can work better, so you can answer me back, you can give me some comments, you can debate, and you can tell me what do you think about these things. And so basically, before I'm gonna tell you, if you feel to interact, hopefully you want to interact with me, definitely you can write me or a personal message anytime. I'm gonna answer you back 100%, especially if you're giving me nice topics, good topics, those things which is like important to learn about nature, about science, about the real things what we humans should know about it and speak about it. Then definitely like we can have chats and stuff like that. So therefore I gotta tell you that you can follow me on TikTok or even Instagram. And on TikTok you can find me if you write as at Mindatory underscore official, or on Instagram you can write me that at J, and you need to write 2 times underscore Shandor, Sandor. So definitely anytime follow me, and I'm gonna follow you back as well, and we can talk about things which is like important to know these days, and which gonna helps our cognition, our consciousness, our spirits, everything to go in a higher level, what we meant to be like in there. Because to be honest, guys, I just let you know that already there was 2 times a civilization as well who were higher consciousness than us, such as in the ancient Egypt and also in the ancient Mesopotamia, and let's say there are the Mayas, and all these society where like they had better knowledge than us, like way further better knowledge. They were smarter than us right now. Definitely they got as well their own electrical and technological uh, what they used, but just in a different way, and I'm super sure in a better way as well. Just 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 in the end, still they didn't do something good, because that's how is humans tend to do that. As we're doing something good, and as we see, oh my god, our own benefits, then we're just gonna do by just our own beneficial, and that's it. We then not gonna think about others, and then civilization gone. And this happening right now in here with our civilization. Just the only thing that like we are still like we are a basic, we have basic knowledge. We think we are smart because we have cars, we got electricity, because we got internet and stuff, and we think like, oh my god, we are smart, we are smarter than before the civilization or stuff like that. But it's not true at all. We have really primitive knowledge than before those Asian civilization had. And so the difference is that like this civilization is now falling apart these days, but with the primitive knowledge. And basically, if we would find out those knowledge, what the ancient people knew already, in that spiritual way, in that quantum physics knowledge, in that in that planetary knowledge, in everything, what we finally would learn in a way that like not what is going out now these days, just outside, check out the window and what you see, madness, madness. This is not, this is a primitive knowledge, because those Asian cultures know that they like have to cooperate and have to live together without war, without anger, without tensions. They know that like all the abilities what we have and all the abilities what the earth has, it give us, and that's it. We don't have to do more, we don't have to do less, we have to do just only enough to be good for us, for the earth, and for everybody else and everything else. But then, as all the time in here in our civilization, is our doom is the money, and basically we doing ourselves that like we just want money. Everybody wants money, everybody cry for money, everybody fear if they don't have money, because then you're not gonna survive, you're not gonna walk in the latest Gucci set, you're not gonna have the biggest Ferrari and stuff like that. And to be honest, for me, guys, it's funny. It's funny. I can't do nothing else, just smile and talk to you right now, and hopefully it's going to get to into your brain that these things, what humans these days like fighting for, and what they want, it's illusion, it's manipulation, and it's false. It's false. What these days the most of the human want in the world, it's not right, it's wrong. And also that as well, that's why, because people being manipulated. And I'm not, definitely I'm awake anytime. Like if you put me into the nature in between the forest, I'm gonna survive for you. And if you come back a year later, I'm gonna be there with house, with plants, with everything, because you don't need money. You don't need nothing what is going here around for you to live. What you're seeing through, that's as a artificial, we don't need. It's better, of course, because you can communicate with me, and you can communicate with each other. You can watch videos and put into your my stupidness, or you can watch videos like mine, and then you're gonna learn a little bit that how is actually we should live our life. Because these days, what I'm telling you, we're doing nothing good. No, there is no good things what is going on. And the thing is that we are ordinary people, right? And always we telling the companies, always telling the politicians, and always telling the rich people that they should do this. But actually, the ordinary people like us, we are the most of this in this percentage, the worker people, and so we have to do the biggest change anyway, because we are the most. So we need to stand up, and yeah, we can force companies, politicians, and rich people to change, but with our actions. So you're not doing like that, like playing the martyr that, oh my God, we can't do nothing, but it would be nice to change. No, there are solutions and options, just you need to walk with open eyes, and also you need to think through twice that what you're doing. Don't rush yourself. Just think what you are doing and do the right decision. Because these days people don't not doing right decisions because they don't have decisions. They already decided for you before you knew that. And it's sad. It's sad that you think you are thinking, but actually you basically, it's taken away from everything from you. They educate you through social media, of course, with false belief. They educate you through news, which is most of them fake or like over dramatized. And it's pretty sad, because I don't think that this is how we should live. And yeah, now it's my, I don't know how many of you listening me. Probably not much, and that is why thinking it's pretty sad, because I'm not talking more than just the facts and then the truth, and also I'm talking about solutions. Talking about solutions, what I'm doing me too right now, and also finding out, because I am willing to change. I am willing to throw away my old habits. I am willing to learn new things and more things, because yeah, I'm a human species, and this is my nature. My nature as mine is to continuously evolve, and I evolve my brain with the knowledge what the natures give it to me. And I want to follow the nature laws, now nothing else laws, because that's the truth. And we need to find the nature laws, not writing our own laws. What we are finding out and generating with our brain is a laws which is useless, which we don't need, because if we would know the nature, our mother nature laws, then basically we would know that like what we should do in our life, why we are living on this earth. Because I'm gonna tell you, that's why we live on this earth, that like exactly find out that how it nature works, and not that's why that to change it or use it in our own benefits. That's why to follow it and keep it and do the best what we can, because therefore we're gonna survive in a longer time. Right now, I don't know if you're realizing it, but these things all, which is the weather is like changing, like honestly, what is this in London? Wake up. Like we almost in December, and the temperature is 15 degrees. 15. I'm saying 15. Like, don't tell me that's normal. Don't tell me it should happen. Don't tell me it's because of London, because it's not. It's not, and it's happening. And the people, they're not thinking about these things, of course, because now as well I can hear the cars, they're rushing. Oh, because oh my God, they're gonna late from my work. Like, honestly, wake up earlier and walk. Check around, observe your environment. You're gonna feel better. but not like what we are doing right now, that like madness, the continuously like going here and there, and basically you're not thinking about what is your role on this life and what you're doing in the action. You shouldn't do that. It's not right. It's not right. You can't decide on another species, living being, to how to live and when to live and stuff like that. You can decide on your own life, definitely, but there are so many actions when you think that like you actually doing because it's good for you, but actually so many of you, for so many of us, let's say because me too, like I hate that you people sitting in the traffic jam and you're releasing the toxic gases and you're moving nowhere. Until then, I'm sitting on the bicycle and I'm going next to you, smiling into your face. Sorry, but yes. They're like, you're sitting in here and I'm faster than you. And you are sitting in a car because you think like, oh my God, they're going like 160 mile per hour and I'm so good because yeah and yeah. But anyway, you only things what you are doing is you releasing toxic gases, changing the chemicals of the earth and destroying the planet, which you don't have right to do that because you're affecting another species, people, environment, nature. You're not affecting yourself. If you would inhale all the toxic gas by yourself, I don't care. Do that. Why not? I mean, it's your life, your body. But if when you're affecting some another bodies, people's, it's not right that you decide. And it's the same true with animals in the farms. And yeah, because we don't need to eat animals to survive, we need to eat plants. Because if you don't eat plants, you won't survive. But if you eat plants and you don't eat meat, you're gonna smiley and you're gonna survive and you're gonna live for over 100 years because you are healthy. But let's go here as well, because what I realize these days, that this food as well, there is no energy anymore inside. There are no nutritions. They are empty. I feel like air. Like there is no, not anymore. They don't have taste. Everything is just, even if I eat it, I don't feel that I got any nutrition in my body. And to be honest, I'm gonna leave London as soon as possible I can, because city life is 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 where all the changes should start. But also city life is destroying the planet basically. Cities are the main points that destroying the planet. And I believe who is living in cities, the people and the kids in the school, they should have a different teaching system, where they should teach them that like, because you live in system, you are dirty, and you're toxicating the environment, and also you're polluting a lot. So they should teach these people to find out that like, oh my God, what I'm doing because I'm living the city. And then these people should find out ways that like, how could be greener each cities, because London, sorry London, but you are disgusting. London is disgusting. When I was in Barcelona, that was amazing. They tried to take care of their nature. They were more sustainable. Everywhere was recycling bins. Can you hear London? Everywhere was recycling bins. Not just the bins, but recycling bins. And also the bins were everywhere, not in here. What is going on? The trash, the litters were on the floor, but all those floors was, I heard that also with my ear, that they were speak English. So these were all from tourists. And exactly tourists, I'm just standing now talking to you tourists who are going around there. That like when you are going in somewhere in country, you need to keep in respect that country, not littering in there, okay? Okay, thank you. And basically there was some litters, but basically those litterings was from, as I said, from tourists. and they're okay. It's not the best, but step better that police and ambulance and also the firemen as well, they're using electric cars, not gasoline cars, electric. So so these things, like, you should be aware. You should know that, like, how the city is dirty and how the city is polluting. So therefore you should have a bigger responsibilities as a human to live in a way which is sustainable. And I can't see, like, London people, especially in the weekends. I know you have, I hope you had a good weekend anyway, but still, when you get drunk, don't forget that you're still a human being, you still have responsibilities, and don't throw your trash all around because you're drunk, because you feel mad of your boss or anything. You still need to do your own things, which is throw the trash into the bin, or maybe the best, you're not buying something which is contain plastic, and therefore you're not gonna generate litters, you're not gonna generate waste. So you see, if you think through, if you think twice, that, like, well, what you want to do, and you're gonna say, like, oh, tonight I'm not gonna get drunk, so therefore you're gonna not generate, like, let's say 5 to 6 plastic cup, which gonna go into the ocean. So you're doing well. But if you're doing, like, more frequently, and you're gonna do every weekend the same, that you get drunk and then you're littering everywhere, then basically you're destroying the planet, which is, again, I say, you don't have right to do that because you're affecting another stuff. If you swallowing those plastics, that's fine because it's your body. But as you throw away, you're doing something wrong with the earth, which you don't have right. No one has right. We are on to what's that? We are on to our earth. We not owning to another people. We don't own no one, just to our earth. And the earth wants from us to live sustainable. Our earth wants us to not to pollute anymore. Our earth wants us to finally connect back to the nature and not use any more sustainable stuff. I don't know. Any comments, guys? I can see there is still no comments on the LDBR.co.uk, but you could write me because, as I said, I think it's really important, and all my show is about to raising awareness to be mindful, because it's mandatory to be mindful, because this is our role as a human, is our role to take care of the planet, because we know the planet how it works. I mean, kinda, but we have the abilities to learn about it, and we have the abilities to find out that, like, what is it about, what is going on around us. But no, because no one cares these days, because people think, oh, we reach our highest level, and therefore they don't care at all what they are doing, and is it gonna be something bad or something good with their actions, because everybody think themselves, and I feel it's really bad. You shouldn't think yourself just only, you should think yourself and everyone also, because don't forget that actually every one of you is actually everybody. So it's like everybody. Like now in quantum physics, now I say that, like, we differ, but still not. We are all in one, and everybody is all. Or you can say anyhow, but basically, yeah. So I think you should think about it. That, like, how was the next, and what we should learn. I'm always here. You can interact with me, you can debate with me, you can bring your comments about these topics, because I want to know that you guys, what do you think? Because what I see, I think I know what do you think, but I want to know from your mouth that what do you think, because what I see, it's no good, people. It's no good. It's you. We need to stand up and we need to do right now all these things and we need to change because I could do that. I could do that. I wasn't always like this what I am. But now I'm telling to you that like as I'm an ordinary, a middle class person who never been rich but also not that poor, but still I could manage to change so much thing about my lifestyle that it became sustainable and still I didn't lose no comfort at all. So it's possible. Just you need to read the real things which you can find in science because science is not about to to let's say provide you truth, is more about to telling you that here we go, this is my latest knowledge about this stuff and I want you to think through every one of you. Maybe you can find something else what we could add. If not, then probably that's it. We get to the end and then we know that like this natural law is because of that and because of this. But there are some that like, oh wait, but I realized something different on this natural law. And another person gonna say like, oh, I actually found and again another things about this natural law. So therefore you can start debate and find common points and do more studies. And then you're gonna find as well the end, or maybe not. But that's fine because science is that's why it's good because science is actually searching the truth. They don't want to stop and tell you one thing when science actually knows that it can change anytime because this is how it is. Like the moments is the only truth. The next, which is what was in the past and what's gonna be in the future, that's not too sure, and that's why we shouldn't rely on that. We just should rely on the present moment, and that's it. And yeah, so as I said, that's why I'm here, because I can show you it's possible with small steps, and that's gonna bring big steps. But as the small steps gonna add up, people by people, that's gonna create a bigger steps. So with that we can create a bigger step because more people is a stronger effect. But until we are just only opening our mouth and but not doing any actions for that, it's never gonna change. You're just gonna see that like, oh, once you're gonna say that like, oh, that's it, we finished. We should have started, but we didn't start because we thought that have time. Oh, we thought that we have time, but we don't have time because with that time is not exist. There is a, as I said again, there is a present moment, and in that present moment we need to stop what we are doing because the present moment shows always the signs that like it's not good. It's not good. In this present moment, right now, in the 20th of November, let's say, if we wanna add like little time, but which should be a winter time, is still 15 degrees. It's not right. So, and this is all, yes, it's all caused by humans. Even if like we didn't start it, we add up a lot on that to be this strong and be this efficient and this frequent, because we started something what we shouldn't started, and right now we're not stopping it when we should stop it. Like, please, let's not be the first species on this earth history that like to kill not just another homo species, another species, but every species, and also your own species, the homo species. So yeah, I think that's it what I wanted to tell you, that I want you to walk with open eye and think through everything. And so yeah, there is always things to do, there is always things to develop, and always things to evolve and go further. And I want you to guys to keep with me, learn with me, and study with me, and teach me as well if you can about different knowledge. But I want to have scientific knowledge, and but apart from that, just as I said, just be always positive and live in the present, and try to make the best out from your days, which gonna give you positive effects, not negative ones. But yeah, that was for today, and I wish you a lovely weekend ahead, and also a rest of your Monday, and hopefully, surely, but we're gonna go further, and we're gonna do our things what we should do. And yeah, take care, guys, and I'm gonna come back in next Monday. Until then, peace.